Hello and good morning, my fellow Trucketeers. How the devil is everybody? I hope you're all well. We're up in Wales. Yes, we're near Ebbw Vale. Sort of just, I think it's called Ebbw View or something where we are. Yeah, we've got some MDF to deliver. I think it's MDF anyway. It's wood of some sort. So I assume, judging by the paperwork, it's from the local company near us. So I'm going to assume it's MDF. Yes, we've got like 20 packs to deliver this place here. I've been to this place before. I think I filmed it, but I can't remember. It was a while ago. Yes, not too bad. Yeah, so we've had a not too bad a morning. Today is Monday the 13th of February. There we go. Yeah. I wish I filmed like at least 2 more days last week, so I had somewhat of an interesting week really. Just had a few interesting deliveries to do, so it would have been alright, but I had to deliver to Prince Charles Hospital in Merthyr Tydfil, so that was fun. They had 2 different sites, one for goods, and then one of the things I had was too big, so it had to be delivered to the actual building site, so I had to go through a very tight part where the ambulance bay is, and I had to pull both my mirrors in to get in through the gate there, so that was interesting. Yeah, I had a couple of other interesting-ish things, but nah. I filmed once, that was enough. Right, we've got to go to the roundabout, turn around and go off here, I believe. That's the place there. Like I said, I've been here before. It wasn't too bad, so I'm going to go here again and do the same thing we did last time. Pull in, undo the curtains and unload. Yes. I know where I'm going after this as well. I'm off to somewhere that I haven't been to before, but to collect fertilizer from a company I have collected before, just not in this location. And that's going to go somewhere. I don't know where exactly yet. Yeah, so already got a couple of jobs on the cards at the moment. He said something else about something else, but I can't remember now. I've slept since Friday when he told me what I was doing, so yeah. It's just age for you, I guess. As soon as I get home from work on a Friday afternoon, I just completely forget about work. So I'm just like, nope, it's my time to relax now. Shut off. Forgotten about work. Yeah, that was fun. Not had too bad a weekend either. Dossed around, done a little bit here and there. Can't remember what I did Saturday. I didn't do a lot. Oh, yes, right, we had to go collect some furniture because one of Elaine's girls is moving soon, so went and done a few rounds collecting a few bits on Facebook Marketplace to get her some furniture together. So yeah, fun times. Right, let's go in here and... Right, this shutter door directly ahead of me was one I unloaded into last time, so I assume they're going to want it here again, so I'm going to pull across here. And go find someone, I guess. One thing I do know is I need a toilet. I need to go wee-wee. Yes. I'm sure if they want me somewhere else, they'll soon tell me where to go. But I'm going to pull up here for now. Past the van so they can get around them. I will stop here for a minute. I will undo the curtains. I'll see you in a minute. Righto, we are done here. Unloaded. That didn't take long at all really. All of about 33 minutes. So we're now going off to our collection, which is apparently an hour and a half away, which will put me very close to a 4.5 hour drive, which is fine. It means I can actually get there and get unloaded. I'll just have to have a break while I'm there, which is well, fine, I guess. That's how it goes sometimes. Alright. Let's get out of there. Yeah, we're on 2:53. We're going to be there in an hour and 33. So that'll be 2:56, 3:26, 4:26, yeah. So as long as I don't get anything holding me up, I should be able to get all the way there, and then what's that bulging into the curtain? Oh, I think the poster's come undone. Right, I'm going to have to get out and sort that out because the poster's come undone. It's pressing into the curtain. So I'm going to head on down to Gloucester Way to go do this collection, and I'll see you in a bit. We are coming up to Sharpness Docks. This road's a bit bumpy and my camera's shaking around like crazy, so I'm hoping it's not too bad for you. I know it's got some sort of stabilisation, but yeah, fun times. I have to try and figure out a way to get a more stable sort of mount, but I don't think the videos ever come out that bad with shaking of the camera. Yeah, I've not been to Sharpness before, so this is a new one on me. It's not far from Gloucester, I don't think. Or Gloucester-ish sort of area. Just south of there, maybe. I don't know. Wherever Sharpness is. So we've got to go over and get some fertilizer. I don't know where it's going. I haven't got a clue where it's going. It could be going anywhere. Oof. Won't be too bad if it's going sort of near us somewhere, but mainly the chances are I'll be getting that off and then having to do something else for the day. I'll have to do more work. So the problem when you've got work that's really close, you've got to end up doing more of it. I think that's why a lot of people don't like doing local stuff. Or maybe it's why people like doing local stuff, because you've got to do a lot more of it. I don't know. Ideally, I'd like to sort of drive off in the morning with a load, go get that unloaded, go load up something else, and stop for the night. Start the next day, get that unloaded, get something else on, stop for the night. You know, one drop a day sort of thing, one collection a day. Works out well. Sometimes you might do like 3-4 drops or collections in a day. I mean, the days of Lenhams were like 10, 12, 13 drops sometimes with a collection. Days of van driving, 20, 30, 40 drops in a day. Maybe a collection or two. That was doing the meat and fish. And then when I was doing the Avon to the Avon ladies, you know, I was doing a good 130 drops a day sometimes. Yeah. Literally, I'd have an area like... Literally, there'd be like 3 vans to cover the whole of like Slough area, we'll say. And the little bit of Slough that I did, I had about 130 drops in that area, so I'd go out and do all of them in one go. Absolute madness. Now I'm quibbling over doing 1 or 2 drops. But then the drops I'm doing are a lot bigger and a lot heavier. I don't know. God, this road's a bit rough. Continuous drive time almost reached. I'm at 4 hours 15 now. So I might have to come in here and get loaded. See if I've got enough time I can sit in there and before loading or unloading. To get a break in or maybe stop somewhere just outside of there to get a break in. Still a couple of minutes away. Alright, where am I going? This way, I'll take it. Maybe, possibly, don't know. I reckon I needed to go in there. I have a feeling this might not be the right way. Oh, that's bumpy. Fertilizer place there. So did I need to go straight across then, or what? Find out in a minute, won't we? You're welcome. This is a recycling place. I don't think this is where I want to be. Thing is, how much further can I go down before I get stuck? Vehicle entrance. Weybridge, use gate 3. So do I go in here? Yeah, I'll go down this way then. I don't know. one, I guess. I don't know where I'm supposed to go, so I'll go in it and I'll go speak to someone. So someone will point me in the right direction then. I will see you in a minute. Well, we are loaded. That worked out really well. The 4 keys were on the brake as I turned up, and there was one truck that was being loaded and another one in front of me waiting to be loaded. So the one in front of me went to be loaded. That took enough time for me to get enough braking, so I ended up with like, I already had a 15, but overall about 50 minutes worth of brake. So yeah, so I had a 15, sort of moved forward into the waiting bit and then sat there for nearly 40 minutes, I think. So yeah, we ended up with all our brakes, so that was ideal. Worked out well. So we're on 4 minutes 22 driving now, and off to our customer with a clear set of driving time. So we're off to a place called, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it, probably Gussage St Michael or something. It's on the Blandford to Salisbury road somewhere. Near, is it Farnham? There's something like that there on the Blandford to Salisbury road, something like that. So we're going somewhere there. So it's a new one on me. It's about 3 hours away from here. Oh dear. I need to get some fuel as well, so I'm going to go stop at what's it called? Giordano Services, junction 19 M5. I'm going to stop in there and get some fuel. Grab a bite to eat. Well, I say grab a bite to eat, I'm going to make myself something to eat. I've got like rolls and stuff in here, so right, just let you come around, pal, because it'd be easier for you to come around than it is for me to try and squeeze on the inside of you. Yeah, and then we'll crack onto there. I'm going to give the farmer a ring when I stop at Giordano. I'm going to give the farmer a quick ring, double check exactly where he is, so I know exactly where I'm going. Because, well, it's always good to have a game plan. So there's one turn there that I'm not sure about if I head in directly to his farm from where I think it might be. There's one turn that's quite a tight S-bend, and I don't know if I'm going to get around that, so we'll have to see. But yeah, we should be good. Yeah, so we'll give him a shout and see what he says. He'll know the best way to come in. And we'll go get that off. And then I don't know where I'm going after that. Potentially Yeovil. As I said, I might be doing something else along the lines of the solar stuff. But we'll see. We'll see. Things have probably changed since Friday evening, afternoon. There. Alright, off to Giordano for now, and then off to the delivery point. So I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Right, we are just a few miles east of Blandford on the old Salisbury Road. Had a bit of a trek getting here, had to climb up a few hills. One of them I was doing like 4 mile an hour up out of Mulberry Abbas, is it? Still a ridiculous diversion. Because they don't want trucks going 2 ways through one of the other villages, so we're going to send them through a place that's too tight, that have the cars in one wrong place and the whole place grinds to a halt. So yeah, other than that, yeah, I ain't done too bad getting here. I stopped at Giordano Services. Originally a sat-nav sort of take me along the M4 and possibly down there and down through Chippenham or something like that to join the A350 that way and bring me down. But I thought, no, I'll go down through Giordano and then down onto the 358 at Taunton, onto the 303 and then into the A350 that way. To be honest, it's taken about the same amount of time, so it don't really matter. But so to the farm, I'll probably be there about 3:15, and we are due there at 3:15, so it's all worked out well. Yeah, we filled up. I called him when I was finished filling up on the pumps and that, so I sat on the pumps while I rung, and no one else was queuing to get on there, and even when I finished the phone call there was still no one else there, so it worked out well. If someone did pull up beyond me, I could have just moved forward out of the way for a minute, but it only takes a couple of minutes to do a phone call. So he told me exactly where he was, and it's exactly where I thought it was, which was always good. So yeah, we're going to go in here and get all this stuff off, so we'll probably be in here for about half hour, 45 minutes, something like that, maybe even an hour. Just wait for these cars. I ain't going to get in there in time, not with how heavy I am. Yep, and then we've been given our orders for our next job, which is, I'm not going to do that, I'm going to wait for these guys to go past, even the bike. So once I've got this off, I've got to get back to the yard, so we go back through Blandford, head towards Dorchester, then back towards the yard that way, which is probably about an hour, or just over an hour maybe, and then drop this trailer off, head down to West Bay, collect a trailer from down there, which has got a whole load of furniture to go to Colchester again. So yeah, we got that to do. By the time I've collected that, I'm not going to have a lot of driving left, so I'll probably be able to get onto the A35 just the other side of Dorchester, which is a little bit of headway. And then if I start about 5 o'clock again tomorrow, I should be able to get to Colchester for a half reasonable time. I'll see what time I stop, and then I'll have a debate on what time I want to finish and start in the morning. And obviously, depending on what time I'm due to get there. So I think they want me there reasonably early. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to come down here. On Google Maps, there's an S-bend coming up that I've got to go around on. On Google Maps, it looks really tight. But he says he gets Arctics in there, so it can't be that bad. So I'll come down and have a look. That poster's leaning over really far. Yeah, we've got to go around this S-bend and then off to the left. Apparently there's an electric gateway. I've got to press the buzzer and someone will let me in. Or something. Yeah. Our power line's a bit low. Tyre size, not too bad. It's this next one I'm worried about. Right-hander. Let's go out really wide. Oh, that's not so bad actually. Into the bank a little bit. Might just smush the dirt down a little bit. Alright, let's go up here and oh, there's the gateway. Oh, it's literally just opened. There's a van just gone in. Oh god, terrible gateway. Don't want to hit that post. I don't want to hit anything really. Alright. We're in. Right, let's go press the buzzer. Hold on. I'm doing a bit of cultivating, as you'll see in a second. All the old sea chickens getting down trying to pick up any worms and that he's dug up. They're a pest. Ugh, bloody sea chickens. Right. Don't know where he wants me exactly. Just drive up and flap my arms till I find someone. Oh, where do you want me? Oh, it's me aerial tapping me roof again. That one on that side always does it. It's bent over slightly so it sort of leans towards the cab, and if we get a crosswind it does tap the side of the cab sometimes. I've not had it that bad where it's done it when I'm trying to sleep at night or anything, but it is annoying. No idea where they're going to want me. I'm not going to be able to go anywhere over there anyway. I have to go straight on. Around this van, I think. Maybe up in here somewhere. I would have thought. Better guess, I'm going to say in here. There's a telehandler there, so I'm going to guess here. Like somewhere to store stuff, so what I'll do is I'll stop here a minute, I'll go find someone. Looks like they've got bags of stuff in there, so yeah, I'll be around here somewhere. Right, I'll go see someone and then find out where they want me. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, there's another tractor there doing a bit of spraying. Lovely. we are done at the farm. That didn't take very long at all, really. About 40 minutes in total, so not too bad. 40 minutes to get off 47 bags, but then they do lift off like 2, 3 or 4 at a time. It's never just a singular bag. So yeah, that makes a hell of a difference. I'll try and get out of this gateway now, this is tight. Try and do about it in anything. Try and do about going up the bank as well. We're gonna be alright. We're gonna go up the bank a bit. Alright. Just mushes the grass down a bit, but it's not my issue. Oh, there's a car coming. Oh dear. Yeah, you have to get her in there. She's going in there anyway, so that works out well. So I'm gonna need all of this. Yeah, it wasn't too bad actually, to be fair, that one. Definitely not the worst farm I've been to. Definitely not the best either. I've had ones that are literally just off the main road. You literally pull off the main road into the farmyard, and those ones are great. There's no faffing, it's like, boom, there you go. And there's doing a bit of forestry while I'm at it. Right, I've got to go back to the yard now, which is about an hour and 20 minutes away, which is going to put me on 8 hours and 50 minutes driving roughly. And then I've got another trailer to collect at West Bay to then head to Colchester, so I'll probably load up with that, run a 10 tonight, and then yeah, probably get as far as the other side of Dorchester, just about on the A35 somewhere. Stop there for the night, gives me an hour ahead of myself for tomorrow, because otherwise if I go home I'll have to get in. Theoretically, if I run an hour up the road tonight, that's 2 hours extra sleep I'm going to get, theoretically, because it's an hour's less driving I'm going to have to do tomorrow, and I'm not going to have to do that extra hour, if you know what I mean. So it's just, yeah. In other words, I'm going to lose out an hour's driving tomorrow if I don't do an hour today or something. I know what I mean in my own head. I'm not confusing things. It means I get a little bit longer in bed, that's the main thing. I ain't got to get up at home, get ready. You know, usually I'll get up about 40 minutes before I need to be in, because that gives me enough time to get myself up. You know, I'll have about 10 minutes on snooze. I'll have 2 snooze alarms, and then I only ever set the one alarm though. I'll just snooze it twice, and then because I found if I set multiple alarms, I ended up waiting for the last alarm before I'd actually get up, so I'd always get myself late. Whereas I set one alarm, it's like, no, I have to get up, because if I fall asleep again, I'm buggered. I'm going to be late. So I set the one alarm, and then I snooze it twice, and then get up, go have a wash, brush my teeth, grab me bits and pieces I need, and then head on out. And then it's about a 15-minute drive to the yard, so I won't have to do that. So theoretically, if I'm driving out the road, it's an hour later because I won't have to drive as far, and obviously a further hour because I won't have to get up as early because I don't have to drive into work. So yeah, makes sense that way. So yeah, we'll do that. I'll shut up now. It's how these things make sense in my head to make them worthwhile, you know. If it was a case of it wasn't too far away and didn't have to be there till a certain time, didn't have to be until 6, then yeah, I'd definitely go home, but I might as well run up the road. Right, back to the yard, see you in a bit. Actually, I'll see you when I've collected the trailer, so there's no point showing you taking this back to the yard, so yeah. I'll see you when I'm leaving where I've collected the trailer from. We are loaded and ready to go. So the trailer was nearly loaded when I got here. It just had a few more bits to get on. It is properly loaded. There's like not an inch of space near enough. I literally, one of the pallets had been pushed right to the back doors, and the other one slot in the gap only just fitted. So we don't have a lot of room. I've even had to put strap boxes up on top of stuff to sort of get it all in, but it's alright, it's all in. And Yeah, someone's very close to the roof, and yeah, throwing the straps is a bit of a pain. It did take a few resets on some of them, but we got there. We're loaded. We're done. So we've only got, when my air builds up, that'll go away, so I can actually see what I'm doing. We're on 8 hours 49 at the moment, so I'm going to go for at least another 40 minutes and get as far. I'm gonna get the other side of Dorchester at least anyway. That's where I'm planning to, so we'll get there for, what was it now, 6:17. So we're already into over a 13-hour day, so we're probably going to be up about just over 14 hours by the time we stop, so not too bad. So yeah, we're going to go pick one of the lovely lay-bys the other side of Dorchester. Yeah, so I'll leave that here for today, and I will see you tomorrow in Colchester in 3, 2, 1, and just like that we are in Colchester. Yes, we are. Yeah, it's been quite a foggy morning this morning. Not been too bad getting here. I did wake up late this morning. Even though earlier in the video, or yesterday for me, I said about my alarms and only having set to 1, snoozing twice for getting up. Yeah, the second time I didn't hit snooze, I turned the alarm off, didn't I? So I was expecting the snooze to come up and it didn't, and I ended up oversleeping by about 40 minutes. So instead of getting up at like quarter to 5, I didn't get up till like just gone 5:30. So yeah, whoops. It happens. I do occasionally miss that snooze button. It's just that I know if I do set a second alarm, I will literally wait until that second alarm and then maybe snooze that once or twice and get up as well. So yeah, sort of tried to wean myself off of doing that. I find I am a hell of a lot better at getting up nowadays. You gotta do what you gotta do. Yeah, we're near the delivery point. We haven't had too many issues this morning. Had a lot of people abusing their fog lights, so yeah, here's a little message on that. This is an urgent appeal to help the prevention of fog light abuse. Fog lights are being abused more and more by each day. There is very light fog or mist that does not require fog lights to be on. Yet for the excitement of using a switch that people very rarely use, they are turning on their fog lights before they are required. Now, fog lights are not required unless visibility is below 100 metres, which is 328 feet, or in other terms, the length of 6 articulated trucks nose to tail. Unfortunately, with people using these fog lights when they are not due to be used, not only are they blinding the drivers behind them, they hibernate to save their energy so they can shine brighter than other lights for when visibility is reduced to a level that is too low. If you are using your fog lights when visibility is more than 100 metres, please do not do this. Together, we can help reduce the abuse of fog lights. Right, I hope that's cleared a lot of stuff up for people. Yeah, I felt it was a very important message for people. Yes, remember, 100 metre, if you only use your fog lights below 100 metre visibility, which is 328 feet, or about the length of 6 Arctics nose to nose. So, yeah. But people seem to put them on when it's like this, which I could probably see about a quarter of a mile in this, and then they leave them on when it clears up as well. It appears that camera behind me is completely died, so you're not going to see any of this journey, which is a shame. You've seen me going here before, but that camera seems to have frozen for some reason, so I'm going to have to sort that out when I get to the customer. So obviously we can continue. I have no idea why it's done that. It is what it is. Unfortunately, it's my first bit of driving for the day, and that's when it's decided to do it. GoPro is reliable as ever. They work most of the time, but there's always a time when they do decide they don't want to do what their one job is. You have one job, GoPro, one job. So it requires me to pull the battery out for it to actually start behaving. Right. I mean, at least you can take the battery out of it, not like iPhones and Samsungs now. Anywho, last time I came here, you would have seen on camera I drove in straight forward. It's a site in Colchester, so you sort of saw it like 2 videos ago, maybe 3 videos ago, I can't remember now. So this is like our new site. So if you remember, we used to go to Canada Street in London quite a lot. Well, that's all finished now, so this is like the new student accommodation site that we're going to and delivering all the furniture for, so for studio flats and whatever. So we'll be coming here quite a bit in the future. Until this is all done, then we'll go on to another one that we'll constantly do until that's all done. So, yeah. But yeah, last time I came here, I came in the other way, which takes you in for a barrier, which apparently is for the buses only. I don't see what the issue is, but the lady on the gate, on the intercom thing, had a go at me. She said, "Not supposed to go this way, because buses only, you're on camera." Nah. Oh well, never mind. I don't see what the big issue is. If anything, it's more of a pain going this way because I've got to go past where I need to be, reverse into a junction, come back out, and then reverse into where I'm going. Because I can't just reverse in from this direction because it's too tight. So yeah. Oh. So I'm just going to pull up on the edge here, speak to the lady, and then see what she has to say. I'll see you in a minute. Alright, we are finally done. There we go. Sorry, I was concentrating on a matey and make sure he's pointing me in the right direction. Alright, that is us done there. Now we're off to Baltic Wharf, which is in somewhere in something, another part of Essex. So yeah. So we were on site for nearly 3 hours there, which was a pain. We had about nearly an hour before we were allowed in because they had to sort some bits out and whatever. A couple of smaller deliveries came in, and then took about 2 hours, nearly 2 hours to get me unloaded, which is, it is what it is. Half of the stuff had to go to one of the buildings, which was right on the other side of the site, but obviously I can only park up at the entrance, so each one has to come off and go taken all the way around to the other side of the site. It's a bit of a palaver. And then the other one actually didn't take that long to get the second lot of stuff off. I think it took about an hour and 20 minutes to get the first lot and probably half hour to get the second lot off. So, oh, guy's flashing me. Thank you very much. So yeah, it took a little while, but it's alright, we're all done now. Had some lunch while I was there. It is now 1:30 and I got there at 10:30. Well, I got there at 10:35 and I left there at 1:25, something like that. So yeah. So yeah, 10 minutes shy of 3 hours. Anyway, we're going to make our way over the Baltic Wharf. We're due there at 3 o'clock, which I'm pretty sure is within time for them to load me, which is nice. Yeah. So we'll crack on. I'll see you in a bit, I guess. Alright, here we are coming up to the Baltic Wharf. Yes, on Creek Sea Ferry Road, it's called, I think. Yeah. It's not a particularly large road. It's a little bit close when you've got another truck coming the other way, but it's alright. Just got to make sure you don't drive on the grass because you'll sink down and fall in the ditch. Oh, like that. Don't do that. Just slip off the road slightly. It happens. Not too bad though. It's a bit of a rough road though. But we get it done. Not the most ideal road for the heavy traffic that comes up here anyway, but yeah, people manage. Been up here a few times now. I think it's like the 4th or 5th time I've been up here. The only thing is they do stop loading. They won't load you if you get there after 3:30 as well, so I'm going to get there at like 5 to 3, so we're going to make it on time. I've been here at like 3:20 before I'm been loaded, so the car is 3:30, I think. Nope. Thank you. No 90-degree corners don't help, because obviously I need all the road. When there's vehicles coming the other way, then yeah, sometimes don't always know what to do. Get a bit caught out sometimes. And then all this stuff I'm collecting is going to Tedburn, which is down the other side of Exeter, near Crediton. Is it Crediton? Something like that. It's down that way. So I'm going to hopefully sort of get back towards Camberley for the night. Ooh, tree there, just doing the council's job for him again, trimming the trees as usual. Fortunately the mirrors aren't that great at trimming the trees, it just sort of bashes the branches about rather than actually cuts them down. Yeah, so hopefully we can get to Camberley tonight, so I'll have a reasonably peaceful night. It's going to take at least an hour to load here, so we'll probably be out of here, what, 4:30 I'm going to say, I guess. Which means I might end up at Camberley about 7:30. I'm not sure how far Camberley is away from here, actually, to be fair. I would say it's probably a good 3 hour, 2.5 hours maybe, I guess. And I've got like, I'm just under 6 hours driving now, so it's going to be, I'm going to have 4 hours and 10 minutes driving left on a 10. So depending where I get, I might even carry on the handover, but we'll see sort of what time it is when I leave here and how far away everything is. We'll see what happens. We'll get somewhere. There we go. This is one of them roads I'd love to take the MX-5 for a tear up one day. Obviously within the boundaries of the law, maybe stretch the law a little bit, but there's a pull-in place here you could have pulled into, but thank you. It's also one of them roads where if you do screw up slightly, there's not much margin for error, because if you come off the road a little bit, you got nowhere, you're just going to end up in a field somewhere, in a bank, in a hedge, in a ditch. Yeah, not ideal. Right, I assume it's timber I'm collecting again, because it's generally timber I collect out of here, so I'm going to pull up behind that truck in front of me, maybe? There's a sign in front of him that you normally wait at, so if he's not there, I'm going to go round him and pull in front of him. He might just be pulling his curtains back ready, but we'll see. I don't want to stop next to this F&W truck, because they're still loading them or unloading them maybe. I'll pull behind this guy and then I'll go in the office. Alright, I'll see you in a minute. No, I'm not next to that truck, so that's alright. centre rail's not being my friend today. Keep hitting the centre rail with the straps. Never mind. Righto, we are loaded. It took a little bit of time. I had trouble throwing the straps through the trailer. The centre rail in this one, where we used to have internals on this, they used to be on a centre rail. That rail hangs down quite low, so yeah, when you've got anything high in there, it's a bit of a pain to throw a strap through. So ignore that. Yeah, so yeah, I hit that centre rail a few too many times. Wow, it is Valentine's Day after all, so he's obviously on a promise. Yeah, so did have a little bit of trouble throwing the straps through, but we got them all strapped down in the end. Alright, I am going to head towards Andover. It's 3 hours to Andover from here, and I have 3 hours driving on a 9? Yeah, 3 hours and 8 minutes on a 9, and it's 2 hours 57 to Andover. So I'm going to try and get to Andover, which would be at 7:45, which is going to be a 14-hour day, because I started at 5:45. Is that the time I started? I think so, yeah. Yeah, so we're going to crack on to Andover if we can. So that'll work out quite well, and we'll spend the night there. So that'll give us a good old head start for tomorrow. You're going to wait in the little pull-in area there? Yeah, you'll be right. A little one there, but I ain't going on it. I'll end up going into the ditch. Yeah, so I'm going to get to Andover tonight, I think, and then we'll continue on tomorrow. You know it's going to be a fun delivery when it says do not follow sat-nav, do not go down this road, such and such, call this and that and the other. So yeah, it could be a fun delivery. So what I might do then is I might make this a two-parter. So I will finish this off here. Yeah, we'll finish it here, why not? Might as well end it now. And I'll continue on tomorrow. Also, I'm going to head for Andover. If I hit any substantial amount of traffic, which I probably will, then I'll just stop at Camberley for the night. Save me going into another 10. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Because we've got to go over Dartford and then around via the A3 and everything. Well, not via the A3, but past the A3 and everything on the M25. So yeah, it could be potential traffic. So yeah, we'll end this video here and we'll continue it on next week. So if you want to see this delivery that I've just collected, check out 6 PM next Monday when the video is out tomorrow. Tomorrow? Next week. The next video is out. The continuation of this week, which will be tomorrow for me, the next week for you. Oh my word. Shambles. So yeah, we'll leave this video here as I trundle on down this ziggy-zaggy, windy, bumpy road. So yeah, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If not, thumbs down. That is entirely up to you. Entirely up to you. You can choose what you want to do and all that good stuff. Yeah, subscribe to my channel if you're not subscribed. It doesn't cost you nothing, and then that way you can see when my videos are released. But then my videos are released every Monday at 6 PM anyway, so you know they're there. Also, share my video with someone you think might like it, or bully someone you think that won't like it to watch it anyway, and force them to eventually fall in love with the channel and just continue to watch it for the rest of their lives, or the rest of the time I do it anyway. And also leave a comment. Have you ever had a trailer that was a bit of a bugger to throw a strap through with a high load? Obviously it weren't a case of with the waste where I could chuck the strap over the roof, because they don't push it through on one side, they load from both sides, so the strap does have to go through the trailer onto the other side. But there's ways of getting around that if you have trouble. Anywho, I'm going to carry on the rest of my day. I'm going to stop somewhere, and I'll see you next week. Take it easy, look after yourselves, drive safely. Thanks for trucking. I'm Jono, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.